ABC movie classic.
How many times our mill closed down?
The dream is over and the struggle begins.
I'm going on lousy welfare.
But Peter Strauss is determined to get it back.
You went up in jail.
We got 8 hours.
Heart of Steel.
Let's tear it up.
Tonight.
Just ahead on Eyewitness News at 5:30, another bout of rain aggravates flooding problems in many Twin Cities suburbs. We'll look at the problems facing residents in team coverage tonight. An Eden Prairie house under construction finally meets its fate overnight. We'll show you what happened. And the Concord makes its first appearance ever in Minnesota in front of a crowd of thousands. Those stories and a forecast calling for yet more rain tonight. Just ahead on Eyewitness News at 5:30.
Store A argues that because they buy building supplies by the trailer load, they can give you a better deal. Store B argues that because they buy building supplies by the truckload, they can give you a better deal. But Knox buys building supplies by the trainload. And who's going to argue for the train?
I'm telling you, the Sarge is gonna be mad.
Yeah, he'll be happy we took advantage of the Dodge dealer's clearance.
Oh.
Jones! I mean, look at the low prices on these cars and trucks.
I know.
And H87 is backed by the 770 protection plan. These clearance sale prices are a steal.
First AWOL, now stealing?
Ha! Hey, the Sarge will probably give us a medal.
Dodge dealer's clearance sale, huh? You better have gotten a good deal.
Brigitte's outrageous flirting was the last straw, as this week's Star magazine reveals the inside story of Sylvester Stallone's steamy divorce, Brigitte's sexy antics, and how they drove Sly back to his first wife. Also in Star, learn how to save someone from snakebite, summer lightning, heat stroke, and more.
If you're over 35, my proven diet could help you lose weight sensibly.
And deliciously.
Plus, meet the nighttime loves of your favorite daytime soap stars.
Take home a star this week. Nothing adds more to your life.
Meet Minnesota's incredible kids Wednesday at 6 on KSTP.
Live from Minnesota's news channel, KSTP Channel 5, Angela Astor, Karen Falloon, and Mark Stevens bring you Eyewitness News.
If some Twin Cities residents could have stopped the rain, they would have. A storm blanketed the Twin Cities early this morning. The heavy rain meant the worst could happen, that floodwaters could rise higher in many of the already waterlogged suburbs. Good evening, everyone. That rain-soaked nightmare that's haunted many Twin Cities residents since Thursday continues. The added rainfall from storms overnight brought more problems and more frustrations. Our team coverage begins with Carolyn Brookter, who visited 2 neighborhoods fighting to hold back the floods.
More rain was not what the residents of this Ridgefield neighborhood needed to see.
What we gained last night, we've already lost already, and it seemed to be creeping up a little bit, so we're hoping for the best.
Ridgefield city workers and volunteers laid this temporary pipe yesterday to pump out the water that had overflowed, water that now has left backyards and basements submerged. Here in Bloomington, residents who live along 9 Mile Creek continue to fight the battle against the rising water.
Are you winning the battle or losing it?
We're losing. We've lost. You know.
It's been a long 4 days for Paul Ellison and his family. What used to be their well-trimmed backyard is now a river. The Ellisons began sandbagging sometime Friday. Ever since then, there's been little time to sleep.
Friday night, I got maybe 3 to 4 hours sleep at the most. Last night, I got about 3 hours.
This morning about 2 o'clock, the Ellisons lost the fight. Water came crashing through their basement. Now they're just hoping to keep it from getting any higher.
No matter what area of the city you're in, there seems to be something just as plentiful as the water, and that's volunteers.
A group of about 50 people were pulling together to save houses near the creek.
We have only one outlet, and we all feel like a community here. And, you know, when someone else is hurting, you go out and you help. I know they'd be there for me. Good neighborhood.
Bloomington officials say they expect the creek to rise even more, especially if there's more rain. Carolyn Brookter, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
This is John Wingate. The short, intense downpour, which brought up to 1.5 inches of new rain, made it look like nightfall at 10 a.m.
get it going again.
Intense lightning took its toll. This Plymouth home was heavily damaged at the peak of the morning thunderstorm.
Well, I was blow drying my hair, and all of a sudden I heard a big loud crash, and it wasn't normal. So I went out in the living room and looked, and the pictures were blowing off from the TV, and so I don't know if it actually came through or what it did. I don't know. The TV was on.
The morning storm didn't last long, but it left more than a few people here in Maple Grove a little apprehensive. The Tom Wilkinson family was busy moving out belongings from their home destroyed by last week's tornado. About 9:30, Tom saw the storm approaching.
Oh, I said, not again, because it couldn't happen. It shouldn't happen twice. It shouldn't happen the first time, but twice is too much. And luckily, it blew by. Now we got the nice sunny skies.
The sun did come out, but the problems lingered. The morning rain caused area creeks and ponds to rise again and flood again.
The pond around here raised right after the rain and raised up about another 2.5 feet. Water went back into the basement again. Just got to wait for it to go back down again.
Residents hard hit by the recent severe weather are hoping Mother Nature grants a much-needed reprieve. There are a lot of lives to rebuild. John Wingate, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
And one note about the floodwater in Eden Prairie. Police are warning people to stay away from these two flooded intersections because there are strong undercurrents in the water, as well as open manholes and electrical wires that are submerged. Some 5 to 6 feet of water is covering those spots. Now let's join Karen Falloon to find out how much rain we received after our stormy night. Karen?
Angela, I'll tell you, this rainfall, our observers have been going out a lot lately to check their rain gauges. And they did again this afternoon, and last night's rainfall shows up like this. Heaviest amounts are found in a path from the northwest side of the metro area to the southeast side. The heaviest amounts here at KSTP, we had just over 1 inch. Hastings had 1.1 inches. Elsewhere, the amounts ranged from just over a half an inch to 1.5 inches, the least amounts on the northeast and southwest side of the metro area. And I'll come back, Angela, and give you an idea when you can expect the next wave of heavy rainfall and about how much to look for.
We didn't want to hear that, but I guess we have no choice.
I know.
Well, 2 area Red Cross service centers reopened today to assist local flood victims. One of the centers is located at Richfield High School. Volunteers there say people were lining up this morning in search of help, and now volunteers are determining each person's individual needs.
We are focusing today on their need for food, clothing, and housing, and also on what their needs are with respect to flooded basements.
The 2 Red Cross service centers will reopen tomorrow and Tuesday. They're located at Richfield High School, as we just mentioned, and also at Osseo Junior High School. They'll be open from 9 to 5. A sinkhole caused inadvertently by Thursday's superstorm finally swallowed up a house under construction. The house had been teetering on the edge of the sinkhole since Friday. Though crews struggled to prevent it from falling, it just wasn't enough. Last night, the house slid into the bottom of the hole and turned into a pile of lumber. Today, authorities say the banks of the sinkhole are stabilized. Overnight rains created even more problems for some roads in the area. The lake is now a little bit bigger at I-494 and Bush Lake Road. Some cars, barely visible as it was, inched further underwater. No other roads are flooded this badly, but there are several more that are closed. Westbound 494 at 24th Avenue is down to 1 lane. The ramps to enter both eastbound and westbound 494 at Highway 3 are closed. These are the ramps only. And Highway 100 at County Road 18 is also closed. Area residents battling floodwater are finding their homeowners' policies do not cover property damage from seeping water. Insurance companies stopped carrying flood coverage years ago because the expense became too great. Flood insurance is available through the federal government for certain residents, but one insurance agent says flood coverage should be available for everyone.
I think the state government has to pass some laws that makes insurance companies offer this flood insurance or water seepage insurance as an optional coverage to the policy. I think this would be a very controversial situation, and I do not think that the general insurance company or insurance companies in general would want to offer this coverage. But I think it should be made to be offered by all insurance companies as an optional coverage, maybe with a cap, $3,000, $5,000 worth of coverage maximum.
Colvin concedes the insurance industry would bitterly fight any effort to bring back general flood coverage for homeowners. Coming up, we'll look at the threat of yet more rain tonight in the Twin Cities.
Angela, the basic weather pattern is the same. Things should be a lot like last night. I'll have the look at the radar and the forecast. Mark?
Karen, coming up later on in sports, the Twins lose a tough one in Toronto, and another round of rehab has begun for Tommy Kramer. Details later on.
And when we come back, we'll show you what drew tens of thousands of people to Duluth this weekend for a first-hand look.
For years, our goal here at Towsley Ford has been to have huge inventories, usually over 1,500 cars and trucks, and a price on every one from $300 to $800 less than any other dealer for the same exact model. That's our goal with every car and truck we sell. Even if you live as far away as St. Cloud, Mankato, Duluth, Eau Claire, why should you pay more just because you live a few miles from the buying power of Towsley? If you want to find exactly what you want at a price $300 to $800 less than any other dealer, come to White Bear Lake to Towsley Ford, #1 in the Northland.
Escape the day's pressures, fill your nights with pleasure. Take an overnight vacation tonight, every night on a Sun Valley waterbed. Right now, you'll find overnight vacation sale tickets on the Danish Oak with nightstands, just $6.99, and the sleek black lacquer reflections, just $5.99.
Take an overnight vacation
In a Sun Valley waterbed.
The cost of schooling keeps going up.
So make every penny count by shopping for special back-to-school buys at Mills Fleet Farm.
Fleet Farm features clothing for the entire family from Lee, the brand that fits.
Everything from a wide array of Lee jeans to skirts, jackets, and accessories.
Come in now for a great buy on soft, comfortable Lee men's Ultra-Cord slacks. Choose from straight leg or boot cut styles in a variety of colors, on sale now for just $13.99.
So shop now and be sure to head back to the classroom with money-saving back-to-school buys from Mills Fleet Farm.
Every friendly get-together has moments you can't forget. Moments that stay with you, dried in, soaked through. That's when you need the power of protein, Era Plus. Watch Era cut clean through this protein stain. Protein gets out protein, and while nothing cleans every stain, Era cleans many you thought were unforgettable. Era Plus, protein power to cut clean through.
A Minneapolis family is now cleaning up from an explosion at their home early this morning. The explosion caused a fire that heavily damaged the home. Neighbors had heard a woman yelling for help just after the fire started, but apparently everyone got out safely. Fire officials are still investigating the cause. Investigators have not ruled out arson as the possible cause of another early morning fire, this one in Little Canada. The fire started in what used to be a video rental store. The building is vacant now, and the utilities have been turned off for some time. A Glenwood, Minnesota man known as the state's unofficial ambassador for AIDS patients is dead. Dick Hansen died from AIDS yesterday at the Hennepin County Medical Center. Hansen traveled around the state speaking to organizations and health workers trying to educate them about AIDS. He was 37 years old. A 17-year-old teenager from Minneapolis died on an Iowa freeway, and 4 members of his family were seriously hurt. That story leads our look around the region. Philip Hollins was killed in a head-on collision yesterday on Interstate 80 near Wyoda, Iowa. In Fairmont, Minnesota, the food workers' strike is over. Some 275 Teamsters members have been on strike against United Foods since mid-June. Now workers have a tentative 3-year contract with the company. Duluth can boast the Concord has landed there. The supersonic plane was the highlight of the Duluth Air Show this weekend. Yesterday, some 35,000 to 40,000 people came to see the Concord make its first landing ever in Minnesota. The world-famous Land of Lakes choir boys have returned home to Minnesota after their singing tour across Europe. This choir is the only one from the United States invited to participate in a prestigious North Wales music competition. They performed for an American audience today at a welcome home concert in Minneapolis. The Land of Lakes choir boys are from the northern suburbs of the Twin Cities, and they're closely associated with the Vienna Boys Choir. They even stay with members of the Vienna Choir when they're performing in Europe. We heard about the Land of Lakes choir boys from Nancy Biscoff, who called the Eyewitness News tip line. If you have stories you'd like us to know about, just call us at 5TV News or 588-6397. The outlook isn't good for Twin Cityans battling flooding problems. Karen Falloon looks at the chances for more rain tonight in the forecast, and we'll show you some cyclists visiting the Twin Cities this weekend who are balancing experts.
Spend a little time with Reynolds Wrap this summer and savor a little summertime.
Some plastic wraps seem to have a mind of their own. So get the one that cleans where it's supposed to clean. Get Reynolds plastic wrap before yours gets out of hand.
You'd no more settle for a flake in your hair than a spot on your tie. You passed the test, your good grooming has the look of success. Your head and shoulders above the rest. One flake can mean dandruff. Regular shampoos may rinse flakes, but Head and Shoulders protection goes to the source to help stop flakes.
And that's doing it right.
Your head and shoulders above the rest.
Time is precious, yet lots of people who are single and over 45 are missing out on life because they can't find a way to meet an interesting and responsible member of the opposite sex. If you're like that, call Older is Better. It's a confidential service that can introduce you to some special people who share your interests. It's easy, it's affordable, and it's worked for over 3,000 older singles so far. Get on with the good life. Call Older is Better now. Why waste more time?
Hot values and great savings are yours at Budget Power, the home improvement expert, during the Sizzle Sale. Big savings on Enterprise Severe Weather Stain and Wood Preservative in rich, solid, and semi-transparent colors. Provides long-lasting beauty and protection from rain, blistering sun, and frigid cold. Buy the best, the economical portable hot spring spa with the exclusive motor massage jets. Feel the warm, swirling water melt away tension and anxiety, complete with thick thermal cover and redwood skirt. Shop the Sizzle Sale at Budget Power, the home improvement expert.
Budget Power.
It was a nice, cool morning in Minneapolis, perfect for a bike ride. The Great Nuts Recreational Bike Festival drew hundreds of cyclists for a fun trip through the city. As they pedaled 25 miles, the bike riders raised money for the Aquatennial Association and the American Youth Hostels. There was also some bike pedaling going on indoors today. It was at the National Convention of Unicyclists. More than 100 riders from all over the country are in the Twin Cities to talk about their sport and to participate in trick riding competition. Among them is a 66-year-old man from Marquette, Michigan. He's been riding for about 20 years, and you can see he's not just spinning his wheels. Neither is Karen Falloon.
I've always wanted to do that.
Really? I don't think I can. I don't think I'm capable.
Not that coordinated.
Right. Enough is enough, don't you think? I think everyone was panicked when overnight...
I wish I could find the faucets to turn it off.
Yeah.
Our weather pattern, as I mentioned earlier, has not changed, so there's no reason to believe that tonight is going to be any different from last night. Speaking of last night, the first wave of thunderstorms swept through the Twin Cities around midnight. Lightning was at times continuous, and there were reports of small hail with winds gusting to 50 miles an hour. Rainfall amounts ranged from 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch in that first wave. Fortunately, there were no reports of serious flooding. The last wave of thunderstorms came through the Twin Cities around 10 o'clock this morning. They were moving at a rather rapid rate. And that, of course, was good news for us because those thunderstorms didn't stick around long enough for any significant amounts to accumulate. Around the metro area, then the total rainfall amounts on the radar right now not showing anything at all. However, rainfall amounts around the metro area ranged from 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches. Hastings officially reported 1.1. Here at the station, we had just over an inch. Amounts 2/3 of an inch to 8/10 of an inch on the northwest side, similar amounts on the southeast side. And the pattern is setting up so that the northwest to southeast metro should receive the heavier amounts. Officially, we have had 73/100 of an inch of precipitation out at the airport. Our high this afternoon was 82, the low 72. And right now we have mostly sunny and 82 degrees. The dew point is 70. The relative humidity 67%. Winds are out of the east at 9 miles an hour. The pressure is falling. That stationary front, which was over southern Minnesota yesterday, is still in pretty much the same place. Now, on the south side of that system, we have a lot of moisture and very hot temperatures, 105 degrees in parts of the Dakotas, 95 to 105 degrees just on the south side of that front. On the north side, temperatures are in the 70s and 80s. There's quite a contrast in air masses across that front. So that's the focus right there for the thunderstorms to develop. And we expect 1 to 3 inch amounts from the eastern North Dakota, let's say, through the Twin Cities area to southern Wisconsin and the Chicago area. But on the radar right now, we're not picking up any significant precipitation anywhere in Wisconsin, Minnesota, or the Dakotas. They will probably start developing here just before the sun goes down. For tomorrow, we are looking still at that stationary front over southwestern Minnesota. We have temperatures, since we will be on the relatively cool side, temperatures will again be in the 80s. This stationary front wobbling back and forth will generate a few thunderstorms again tomorrow afternoon. For tonight then, a good chance of showers and thunderstorms developing. Some could be severe, heavy rainfall possible with these storms. Temperature tonight near 70 degrees. Waking up, like this morning, thunderstorms again a possibility around the metro area, 70 degrees our temperature. And then the rest of the day becoming partly sunny, scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms, 86 to 90 degrees. Monday night through Tuesday, we can expect warm and humid afternoon thunderstorms and still temperatures 86 to 90 degrees. Looking ahead, our weather pattern still not changing. It will stay with us much of the week, partly cloudy skies, but in the heat of the day, those showers and thunderstorms developing. And with all the moisture we have in the area, we can expect occasional local heavy rainfall with these.
Thank you, Karen. Still ahead in sports, Tommy Kramer starts another treatment program, and the Twins come up short against the Blue Jays. Mark Stevens has it all next on Eyewitness Sports.
What's better than a sofa and love seat for $5.99? A sofa and love seat, 2 tables, and a lamp for $5.99. All total, that's a 50% savings. Where else but Slumberland can you get this coordinated designer look for so little? Right now, when you buy this handsome 2-piece group with matching pillows, you'll get 2 brass and glass tables and a lamp with brass accents, absolutely free. But wait, need some room for those unexpected guests? For just $100 more, you can have the sleep sofa. Come to Slumberland. There's no better deals anywhere.
Ugh, why can't I ever take decent pictures? Where did I go wrong?
Maybe to the wrong photo finisher. Look. If they gave you bum photos, ProX will fix them, free. Bring us your most disappointing pictures, plus their negatives, and we'll reprint a few, just to show you how much better ProX makes them look.
See? I can take decent pictures.
ProX. You won't be disappointed.
Maybe I should turn pro.
Shop the Wise Buy sale at Menards for smart savings on Dimension lumber. Menards has mountains of quality lumber on sale now. Or save on treated lumber for all your outdoor projects. Menard lumber is pressure treated to last and covered by the Osmos 40-year warranty. Treated Dimension lumber is on sale now, starting at just 69 cents. For durability and savings, choose Osmos treated lumber at Menards.
We're helping you build America's heartland at Menards.
The year 1987. Your Twin Cities Cadillac dealers rock the world with news of their last chance sales spectacular. The last of the new 1987 Cadillacs are here. Over 750 of them. It's your last chance for big model year closeout savings, plus 3.9% financing or up to $2,000 in factory incentives. But hurry, it all ends August 3rd at Anderson in Golden Valley, Key in Edina, or Long in Roseville.
Twins continue their efforts on the road, but it was not a winning effort today.
No, they got to get out of there. It's definitely time to leave. At least the Twins can take heart in that they don't have to play them anymore this season, unless, of course, Minnesota and Toronto meet for the American League Championship, and that's okay. Twins and Blue Jays completed their regular season encounters this afternoon, with the Jays making it 9 wins in 12 games against the Twins, 5 out of 6 in Toronto. Today's final, Jays 4, Twins 2. Now, Twins grabbed the lead in the first inning. Kirby Puckett, who had half of the Twins' 4 hits today, hits this one out to right. His 16th homer of the year made it 1-0 Twins. Now, with it a run apiece in the third, Danny Gladden got the go-ahead home with this base hit. Scores Steve Lombardozzi. It's 2-1. Bert Blyleven in total control 7 of his 8 innings today. Bert struck out a season-high 12 Blue Jays. But Toronto tied it in the 5th inning off of Bert. George Bell's base hit here did it. Tied the game up at 2 runs apiece, and it stayed that way till the 8th inning. When one of Bert's benders gets away from Timmy Laudner, the wild pitch allows the winning run to come in and score. Toronto takes care of the Twins again today. The final was 4-2. Now, despite the loss, the Twins hang on to their 2-game lead in the American League West because both California and Oakland lost today. The Brewers took care of Oakland in Milwaukee. Third inning, the Brewers have the double steal on. After stealing second and third, watch Paul Molitor get home too. That ties a record of 3 steals in an inning. Also gave Milwaukee a 1-0 lead. They went on to beat Oakland 7-4. The A's are still 2 out. Now, the Angels, meanwhile, remain 3.5 games out after losing in Detroit. Tigers broke open a close game in the 6th with this 2-run homer by Jim Wellewander. Detroit went on to win it today. 6-2 was the final in that one. Elsewhere in the American League this afternoon, Boston bombs Seattle. Texas takes care of Cleveland 11-3. In the 9th, the Yankees lead Chicago 5-2 in that one. Rich Dotson of Chicago lost a perfect game bid in the 8th inning. And right now, it looks like he's probably going to lose the game. National League scoreboard, Houston handles the Mets. It's San Francisco 6-3 over St. Louis in 10. Montreal shuts out St. Louis. Philadelphia over Atlanta. In the 7th, the Dodgers buy a run over the Cubs. And San Diego handles Pittsburgh today 7-4. Round 2 of alcohol rehabilitation has begun for Vikings quarterback Tommy Kramer. Today, Kramer's attorney, Larry Zell, told us that Tommy has checked in and started his rehab program. Of course, Tommy agreed to voluntarily enter treatment after being arrested Friday night on a drunken driving charge in Bloomington. His attorney would not discuss details of the treatment, but said it was an inpatient program. Zell also said, and we quote, "It is not unreasonable to believe Tommy Kramer will be the starting quarterback for the Vikings on opening day." Zell did say, though, that Kramer would not be on hand when training camp opens August 3rd. He added that support from fans and coaches has been overwhelming so far. Well, Edison, New Jersey looked a little more like the Twin Cities today. A torrential rainstorm came through, causing some flooding, and that forced the suspension of play at the Women's U.S. Open. 40 of the 68 golfers had teed off when the storm hit this morning. The rain did stop a couple of hours later, but then there was a whole bunch of new water hazards on the course. Officials decided to push back the final 18 holes until tomorrow. Yoko Akamoto of Japan will take a 1-shot lead into that final round. Edina's Jody Rosenthal still within striking distance. She's 4 shots off the pace with a round to go. On the men's pro tour, Robert Wren literally rode away with the Buick Open today. Wren dropped this eagle putt on 13 to go 27 under par. He finished at 26 under after shooting a 67 today. That's a whopping 7 shots better than Dan Pohl. 26 under sounds more like you'd get on a putt course, doesn't it? Back home, Kevin Cashman is the winner at the National Car Open at Bunker Hills in Coon Rapids. Cashman led after the first and second rounds of the tournament and then closed with a round of 73 today to win it with a total at 7 under par. John Harris of Edina and Rick Ermintrout, the University Golf Course, finished tied for second, a shot back of Cashman. Dave Tentis of White Bear Lake finished 4 shots off the pace. Well, the United States' chances of qualifying for the 1988 Davis Cup tennis tourney still look grim, but don't blame it on an all-American effort from John McEnroe today. McEnroe kept the U.S. slim hopes alive by beating West Germany's Eric Yellen in straight sets to even the match at 2 apiece. And watch Johnny Mac's all-American effort afterwards. In the tie-breaking match today, West Germany's Boris Becker has a 2-1 lead on America's Tim Mayotte. An Irishman is the 2-wheeled king of France today. Ireland's Stephen Roche captured the 74th Tour de France by 40 seconds over Pedro Delgado of Spain. Roche is the first Irishman to win biking's most prestigious title. American Jeff Pierce won the final stage of the 8-man sprint down the Avenue des Champs-Élysées in Paris. I always wanted to say that. Phil Elliott used all 4 of his wheels to win the Talladega 500 today, becoming the 17th different driver to win that race in its 19 years of existence. Elliott just held off Davey Allison and Dale Earnhardt to earn the Talladega title, the first of 3. All 3 guys who finished in the end. Right there. That's how they started, and that's how they finished. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Mark. Well, be sure to join us tonight for the update when Jason Davis goes on the road again to meet a professional trapper. But this trapper's prey can easily slide under a microscope after it's caught. The story behind the mosquito trapper tonight at 10. Karen, when can we expect those thunderstorms to hit tonight?
Well, right now, we don't have any activity showing up on the radar, but I would imagine, like last night, it will be after dark before we can expect anything significant in the Twin Cities. Some of those heavy thunderstorms could become severe. We are expecting heavy rainfall as well.
Stay tuned. As we leave you tonight, here's another look at the Land of Lakes Choir Boys homecoming concert. See you at 10.
most.
Tired of losing?
I knew it. Next time.
Tired of missing out?
Oh, gee.
Time and time again.
I give up.
It's time you played Hardy's $40 million pocket money game. You could win up to $10,000 just by matching heads and tails. Plus, we guarantee you'll win a delicious food prize every time you play. So play pocket money.
We won.
And get a real taste of winning. Because at Hardy's, we're out to win you over.
So how's the future, doctor?
What I make? I might make medical school by the year 1999.
We'll work with you. I don't think it'll take that long.
And what, I got a rich uncle or something?
We'll do our best. Nope. Just a good bank. Norwest came through.
We know the way. We are Norwest.
Perkins introduces 5 new basket dinners. 5 great baskets. Tummy heaven.
If you see news, call 5 TV News.
Tonight on the Disney Sunday Movie.
This home is history.
John Denver and Cindy Williams cook up a plan to help a group of orphans stay together as a family.
We're leftovers. We belong together.
I have to come up with some money. Fast.
Red alert, plan B.
You tell him this is war.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah.
The enemy's closing in, but they're dishing it out.
We're a family.
It's John Denver and Cindy Williams together in The Leftovers on the Disney Sunday Movie.